Back, everyone. We are starting it off on the weekly time frame. I want to point out a few things that should probably be brought to your attention before you make a decision. If you guys haven't already, please leave a like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications so you get these updates as they drop. If you're interested in trading with me live, feel free to join the Discord server. Link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps this channel grow. So thank you so much. We're getting kicked off here on Bitcoin on a weekly time frame. Just want to show you the week. Last week we did have a bullish engulfing, and it does look like this week is holding the 50% on the retest and looking for continuation up. So be aware that as long as buyers are coming in, we have a good test of resistance up to 62,000-ish, and then we can look to see if we can fully engulf at 65K to go to 71 and beyond. But everything is looking good for upside continuation. Keep in mind, tomorrow is FOMC, the rate cut, which, if everything goes good, should give you some boost to the upside. So that's one thing I want to point out on the weekly. Looks good for upside. Daily, you had a little bit of a bull flag situation. We did not break support, held the support on the weekly as I showed you the 50%. And we're looking for continuation today. Already in the early hours, you already have a bullish engulfing over here into 59,000. This was like our resistance around 59.5. So as soon as you get above this 59.5, just keep your eyes peeled for 61K and beyond. This is the level of resistance that we've had to break, which is 61,300. So just keep your line in the sand, 61.3. After that, I would be looking for the sweep of the highs over here at 65,300. So that's like a $4,000 pump. That is a possibility for the liquidity grab. And then after this 65.3 is taken, or 65-ish, I would look for a pullback to find support near, what is this, 59,000, and then you could look for continuation for that next leg up into let's say 70,000-ish. So zigzag, so basically up, come back, find support, and then bust out. And the retrace should be shallow if we have gas in the chamber for a break of range. You should see a very shallow retrace and just a nice impulse back up. So keep your eye out for that on Bitcoin. Now I'm going to go back to weekly so you guys can clearly see what I'm about to point out. Okay, here's weekly on Bitcoin. Now I'm going to go to ETH. Very, very different picture. On top of that, you did not get a bullish engulfing, but we did get a doji. And then this week we are flirting with the body. Kind of looks like ETH might drag Bitcoin down with it. Full disclosure, I am still short on ETH, but today I do see that we are grinding the lows, and it's probably not smart to short the bottom kind of situation. But I just don't have confidence that ETH is ready for reversal. It actually looks like the liquidity from ETH went to Bitcoin, just as a safety precaution. Now, the point I want to bring to your attention here is this level right here, around 2150 on ETH. You can see the wicks and the respect at 2150. If we lose 2150 on ETH, I will be looking for low 2000, and then even lower than that, maybe like 1800. So those levels are live and active, and they get negated once ETH can get at least like to 2400 and hopefully higher. If you go to daily on ETH, you can see that like we did the bull flag. Now it's time for expansion and up. Technically, we have somewhat of a bullish engulfing on the daily, but today's close is important. We need to close at least above 2350 to have some gas in the chamber to get to 24 and maybe even 25 if we have that short squeeze fashion pop up. So that's what we're looking for today. Also, a quick note, a lot of the alts are seeing a little bit of love. I think everyone is trying to front run the market into tomorrow's Fed cut. Dixie is almost under 100. These are all things that gives us upside if that inverse relationship does go through. This was at 102 just like a few days ago. So Dixie is getting some love to the downside. Also, Friday. So tomorrow, FOMC for USA. Friday is the central bank decision for uh, Japan. Sorry. So Japan and JPY is gonna give you some kind of reaction on Friday, and Wednesday is gonna be FOMC for USA. So be prepared for those two big data points. They are gonna give you some move, and I already showed you that ETH is trying to do what Bitcoin did. So if Bitcoin got the juice to the upside, it will probably drag ETH with it. It's done it before, so kind of looks good right now for that. There you go. You're getting a little bit of that bullish engulfing right now. That's already happening on Bitcoin. It's coming to ETH right now, so that's a good thing. And what I was gonna show you was a quick look at Dixie flirting with the bottom on a weekly. So you can see this is a doji, but it's a bearish continuation. I don't like what we're seeing, but I'm assuming that we're going to get some type of midweek reversal, aka Wednesday. So just be aware that the possibility of upside is there on Wednesday. And until then, we're looking for downside on Dixie and upside on crypto for that inverse relationship to hold. And aside from crypto, I'm going to point out that since yesterday we had a little bit of upside in indexes, the options that I had are starting to come alive again. I had Intel, I bought it around, I don't know, like 20-ish. But the strike price I have is around 25 bucks. And already pre-market is at 22.36, so I might be actually hitting that strike. I am fully prepared for these options. I bought calls. I'm fully prepared for them to expire worthless. But if I can squeeze some money out of the options and not actually exercise them, I'll just sell them for what I can get. That's also going to be okay. I was taking the long because we were dumping, and I knew the markets were probably going to rise into the rate cut. So when this Intel had this huge dump, I actually bought the calls, and it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks since it's been consolidating these lows, and now we're getting a little bit of love, and the love is on volume, but the volume is bearish volume. But if today we get that poke above 2130, I'm looking for 3160. Now, if I get 3160, that's going to be almost $5 per share. And my strike price is $25. And my expiration date is September 27th. So, like 10 days-ish. So this is going to be interesting to play out because this is my first time back in like a very, very long time. The reason also why I took the trade was you see this massive gap from basically where we're at right here, 21, and then the gap is to the fib around 28. So I took like 25 just to be like somewhat in the middle. If I can get that quick up move up and a reverse back, it will use 25 as support and then continue back up. That's what I was hoping for. We'll see if that plays into fruition. At least fill the gap before rejection is what I'm hoping for. So just keep in mind that Intel is doing good stuff. Let's see if the maturity of our prediction comes to fruition. I will copy this and save it so we can share it with everyone. I had this here because this is when I was looking to basically have my expiration when I was calculating it. So I'm going to erase that. And yeah, we will follow up with this later today as to how this goes. The next option call that I bought was on SOFI, and the strike price was $10. And right now we're obviously way below it, but same thing on what was it? Intel. I was looking for this consolidation off the golden pocket around $6. We've been flirting with 6 to 8 a few weeks in a row. Here, turn off the drawings. We've been flirting with the 6 to 8 in a few weeks in a row, and now I feel like this rounding accumulation is done and over for the expansion back out. I put $10 as my strike price because of the resistance here. I would assume that they impulse out of this level for a short squeeze fashion, kind of like what they've been doing. Did 3 drops, and then pump. 1, 2, 3 drops, and then I'm looking for the pump, kind of repetition of a fractal situation. And the pump, the pump was to, the pump was to prior resistance, so at least the top over here. So if I can get a little bit above 10, that'd be fantastic. And yeah, this is also what I was like, we waited like 5, 6 weeks, almost a month. I mean, on a higher time frame, you can see this thing is looking for a breakout. Okay, so yeah, I am still in this one, and I'm curious to see what Intel looked like on a monthly. Hold on. I know we looked at weekly, but I usually trade monthly wise. We still have a possibility of downside. So I'm hoping we can get saved because the selling is subsiding on the monthly, but weekly is my saving grace for that fill and rejection for the monthly to have continuation downside, if anything. SOFI did a lot better for the accumulation. So that's basically all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. Aside from that, I did show you guys the situation that I'm looking for here on ETH. I am looking for that upside fill of the gap, but we're taking some sweet time to get up there. So until we get above 23.35 and have a daily close above it, the risk of us going and testing into the lower level of support, like 1600-ish, is there, and that's why I'm respecting the price action and being somewhat patient for the price action to prove that the upside is like actually occurring, because ETH is struggling, man, and Bitcoin is doing a lot better. So it's like I want Bitcoin to get above this level here at 61,240. Otherwise, you're doing this already. You know, you're gonna, on your weekly, we're basically finding our resistance right at the top of the bullish engulfing, where everyone is probably looking for upside continuation. They're trying to get long, and someone is filling a short just to push back out, probably at the end of the week. So just be aware that this gap, it filled and we rejected. You had another gap down, filled, rejected. We're basically at the bottom of that gap. We had the engulf into that level and then rejected. Now we're engulfing again. So I would like to see us basically get above 62K and have a daily close. So that way this gap is now basically going to flip into support and not resistance, because this level here has been resistance. We want this to flip into support, have an impulse above it, come find support on it, and then continuation back up. And that's basically what this looks like, right? A little bull flag for a nice move like this back up. But what it's doing before this move up is it's going to take some liquidity from the people who think upside is 100%. They might take some liquidity and then reverse it back. So this liquidity grab here was beautiful. This level here, people bought it thinking like this is a defended, like inverse head and shoulder, and that is playing out right now. So you will have more confirmation above 62. All right. Aside from that, guys, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the like button for the updates as they come out. Go to the comment section and leave me a heads up as to what you would like to see in the next video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Be safe. Bye-bye.